we're going to jump in. Welcome back to another Storm King's Thunder Monday night, 8:30-ish p.m. We got a couple players that are on their way, not quite here yet, but I thought we'd jump in and get going since we only play till 10:30, 11 anyways. So that leaves you two on the hook, either PB or Finn, to do a recap from last week. That's probably why they left or didn't show up, because they knew they were going to have to do a recap. So who would like to talk about our last week's episode, which should be pretty easy. In fact, let me put the I'll put you guys back on the map.
I can tell you all about my Tabaxi rogue.
That got in a bar fight. That was a pretty good one. So currently where we're at, we're in the snowy mountains, spine of the world, the site of a battle scene. Our adventurers are circled around a fire at this point. Who would like to do a recap from last session? Shouldn't be too bad. It was just the Battle of the Stone Giants. You guys should give it a name, like the Battle of the Stone Giants or Battle of the Rocks.
I don't know if there was a whole lot to it other than that. We just basically charged them right over the hill. Somebody ran up the sideline.
Oh, but there were so many good things.
It was so long ago, Dan. I am having trouble remembering what we did.
You're terrible. We're going to hold auditions for your players. Better memories.
Last time on SKT,
there you go.
We went up a mountain. Thanks to the help of I already forgot Harshnag. On our way to the Eye of the World, the Oracle, to the Oracle to find out what is happening. To the Ordering. On our way there, we stealthily encountered an ambush of stone giants, which, after a bit of hide-and-go-seek, we were able to entice them out with Harshnag as our bait. They began to throw rocks at Harshnag and sometimes at us, and we swiftly defeated them by using the environment to our advantage. We fought along the side of an old ritual space from a civilization lost. And there, us heroes lay to rest as we thought of our journey towards the Oracle, which we are approaching very, very quickly. There.
Perfect. Yeah, so highlights from the battle. The only one I would have mentioned was the awesome picking up of our spell singer, and he got thrown 60 feet by a stone giant, which was just amazing.
Don't forget your giant bowling attempt.
And the giant failed bowling attempt. Yes, it did not work.
There's his lane right there.
Yeah. But that is true. We are at the scene of an unknown ancient civilization that some type of ritual site or temple or something, thousands and thousands of years old, that the stone giants apparently were looking at, investigating, digging around before you came upon them. So that also brings us to, at the conclusion of that battle, you made 7th level. So everybody should have been getting their character sheets up to date for 7th level. So we can kind of go around and, Spammy's asking, when is the Stone Giant bowling team making a debut? Pretty soon, I'm thinking. I think it'll be one of the skill challenges our team has to do is beat the Stone Giants in bowling. But so either Finn or Ian can go if you're ready to tell us a little bit about what you get for 7th level. We're not going to make you guys wait a week before you learn those things. We'll say on the journey you've been practicing them, and it was only today at the end of battle that you finally mastered those new skills or whatever abilities or things that you may have gotten. So who would like to tell us about their 7th level abilities? Start with our Paladin. What do you get at 7th?
Finn gets his Aura of Warding, which is a magic aura that gives me and any friendly creature within 10 feet resistance to damage from spells.
Ooh.
So if Greybeard is standing next to me, he will turn into a gigantic monster rather than the dwarf-sized monster he is right now.
Nice. Yeah, because that's like... Well, you can only have... Well, yeah, because he doesn't have resistance to that type of damage,
Right.
but he would.
He'll get magic resistance and physical resistance at that point.
That would be really good. All right. So the Paladin gets an aura. Do you get any spell slots? You get any more spells?
Nope.
Really, at 7th, nothing new.
I mean, you're the DM. You can just give
No
them
new
to me if you want
smites?
to.
Yeah.
No. I mean, that's up to you.
All right. Hey, there is a new spell that you're going to want to keep an eye out for, which is summon a superior steed, I think, or summon a greater steed. In Xanathar's, I was just looking at
An
it.
improved mount.
Yeah. Let's see. Paladin, find
How
greater
dare
steed.
you.
4th level spell. When do you get 4th level spells?
Oh, man.
In like forever, probably. I get them at 13th level.
Yeah, 13.
Ooh, so at 13, you will be able to summon a spirit. But these can be things like Pegasus.
Don't even bother reading it. You already know we're not getting to 13 in this module, so...
You're going to get there. You guys will get there. I think you get to 12 plus in this module.
I think you said 12 was the cap.
No, it says 12 plus, depending on how long you guys do stuff. So, all right.
What I'd love to see is Nod to actually improve as he goes up and, because, at 10th level, 12th level, he's still only going to have like 10 hit points compared to the rest of the stuff we're fighting.
Yeah, we'll have to think about that. We
They
probably
need a
could do
paladin mount rework is what they need.
Right. All right. So what does our revised ranger get for 7th level?
Nothing that is revised. Everything from the book. That's what happens at 3rd level. I get a new spell slot.
Okay.
I get another known spell and a 3rd level, and a 3rd second spell slot. Which is what I meant by extra spell slot. Don't get too excited. It's a ranger. You don't get anything fancy. And I picked up Pass Without a Trace. Pass Without Trace.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. All
Yep. So that'll anybody within I think 30 feet of me, once I cast it, will gain a +10 to their stealth roll. So we can be sneaky if we so wish to.
Very nice.
And
All right.
and I get a defensive tactic, which I just realized I never chose. So we're gonna do it right here on spot. I'm going to choose.
Just roll a die.
Oh, they're all just kind of shit though, so it's not really.
Let fate decide.
Let's see.
Did you guys roll
Plus-
for hit points? Would you?
Yeah,
or
a
did you take the
defensive
average?
tactic?
Yeah, I get a defensive. I can either escape the horde, which means opportunity against attacks against me are made with disadvantage. Multi-attack defense, which is when the creature hits you with an attack, you gain +4 to AC against all subsequent attacks made by that creature for the rest of the turn. Or Steel Will, which is I have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. So, all kind of sort of useless for me. But nice, kind of. But I mean, by the time that they're attacking me twice, I mean, will a 17 really matter? I guess I'll do Escape the Horde. Opportunity attacks against me are made without a disadvantage, so I have learned to dodge, dip, and weave as people attack me
That's
when I
not
run
bad.
away.
That's great for you, actually. I would think,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's gonna charge. You know, he's gonna charge you without anyone who isn't occupied with the main fight line. They're gonna charge the archer in the back.
That's true. I'm not always gonna have the sweet avoidance where they just keep missing me. So yeah, I take escape the horde.
All right, good.
And without Two Smiles as an intermediary to stop people from charging you, it's gonna happen all the time.
I'm back.
It's true.
Yay, good time.
Welcome back.
All right, we're just discussing what our characters got at 7th level, as we all had increased our level at the end of the session.
Oh, poop.
Exactly.
Damn it. That's how bad of a week it's been. I didn't do anything. I just gave myself hit points.
Well, those
Did
will
you
be
get good
important.
hit points?
I gotta pick out spells.
I think no. Did I get max here?
Well, what level did
No.
you take in one of your which class?
I took it in wizard, so I just gained I'm a 6th level wizard now, so I don't get any new level of spells. I just get some new spells. But it
Gotcha.
does give me for the blade singer, it gives me an extra attack. Melee.
Ooh. So that's
All right.
3 attacks now that you're gonna get?
And how much you want to bet our barbarian didn't do any of his 7th level stuff yet either?
He might have.
Let's go look at his character sheet. Let's see if it says it's 7th. Alpha.
I don't even know if mine said so yet. I
Greybeard.
did.
Character sheet 6th level.
Well, at least he rolled.
All right. All right. So we'll move on. So
That's not it.
you guys, you're at the end of the battle. You've kind of searched this site a little bit to find. You already had found what you found on the giants. We did all the looting. You've examined the ancient ruins here. They're not giant ruins. Harshnag has confirmed that. This is something even older than that. Thousands and thousands of years old. Who knows who built it at this point. You took your rest here. Did you do just your long rest? Did you do short rest and you're going to continue north?
I think we did a long rest, didn't we?
Yeah,
'Cause
Yeah,
So everybody
long
got
for
their hit
sure.
Points? Yeah. Okay. So everybody got their hit points back. Let's go back out to the campaign map then. And so you guys are still traveling north. Let's put our chat back there. Yep, that all looks good. And we'll zoom in so the people at home can see we're up north of the Lurkwood here. All right. So traveling during the next day. Yeah. You kind of wind your way through mountain. You're kind of at the base of the mountains, winding your way through. So you have tall mountainous peaks filled with snow to either side of you. Every now and then you hear the noise of that sounds like a smallish rock slide, but Harshnag, your frost giant, walks confidently, and then he warns you when he knows something might be too dangerous, and they bypass that area if he thinks it might avalanche or something like that. He seems to be pretty adept at the snow area as you guys follow along. But what you can tell too is that he seems to be looking for something. Like he's told you when we talked about coming to the Eye of the Allfather that he knew of it. He was pretty sure he knew where it should be located, but it was not a place that he had ever been to before. So you can watch as he's marching along, and you guys are following, or even if you're next to him, and if our ranger is out roving ahead, those that are staying near Harshnag are watching him as he looks for signs of where this place might be. And so you guys move throughout the day, and we're going to go ahead and reveal Reveal some hidden zones here. Dun dun dun. And you get very close. And it's just as the sun's gone down, and it's you see Harshnag has mentioned to you that he thinks he sees the things he's supposed to. He's like looking for a certain rock shape. He's looking for certain clues that the giants of old would look for when they came to this oracle. And it's at the end of the day that he believes he's found it. We're very close. The sun has gone down. He reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a giant kind of like torch that he lights, and he holds it aloft as he's finishing and walking the last part of the distance, and he's looking at certain parts of kind of the ravine face and the area that you're in. And you get to the Eye of the Allfather, just say probably about an hour after it has become dark. Now he's carrying a torch looking for signs. How is the rest of the group traveling while he's kind of searching around looking for the right spot? How's the rest of the group portrayed at this point?
Does he want us walking with him, searching?
He doesn't really say one way or the other. He's intent on trying to find the signs that he's heard of to look for when trying to find the oracle.
I'll stick with him then, mounted the whole time.
Okay.
As we progress, I'll still say, about 50 to 100 feet. Let's say 75, midway. And I continuously stop for a little bit, turn around, make sure that I'm still going the same direction Harshnag's going or searching in, and then I continue on, just keeping an eye out for any dangers or things in the road. And I point out anything I think that looks weird, though I don't know much about mountains. I still do so, maybe to help out Harshnag as much as possible.
Okay. And how far up did you say you were from where he's looking? Because he's got a torch. So are you trying to use your night vision to spot something, or are you trying to just stay where his light is so that you can also pick up something?
No, I don't know what to look for.
Sure.
So it's just whatever weird thing I see, and mostly I'm looking out for danger. That's my main purpose.
Okay, so you're the first one that as you come around the bend of a ravine, you see before you a causeway that it's covered in about a foot of snow. It has sheer cliffs plunging hundreds of feet on both sides, and you can tell that the causeway looks like it goes across to some type of just at the end of your vision, some structure, some architecture across the causeway. In fact, let me see if they show us how big this causeway is.
Is it big enough for a giant to walk across?
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely, it's at least probably 60 or 70 feet wide. And it's probably 100 feet long. So you're just catching maybe just out of the darkness. There's definitely something over there, even though you can't quite tell any detail. The snow is picked up and the wind is blowing it around. And then let's go ahead and have Ian. You're looking for danger. So your passive perception, which is tell me what your passive perception was again.
20.
20, yeah, you'd pick it up pretty easy. You see in the snow, although it looks like they're slowly beginning to disappear as the wind is blowing the snow around, and you've been leaving tracks, foot, because there's about a foot of snow on the ground at this point. But you see tracks that seem to be leading across the causeway ahead of you.
As I see that, right as I'm turning around to go back to tell the guys, hey, I found something, I noticed them, and I mean, I assume at this point I could tell the difference between a giant step and a regular.
Yeah.
person step.
These are not giant tracks. They are definitely humanoid, medium-sized tracks.
Okay, so as I turn around to go tell the guys, I go up to Harshnag, who I'm assuming is just looking around. I say, Harshnag, I appear to have. We've stumbled upon a bridge of some sort. Though, as I look at the rest of my companions, there also seem to be some fresh tracks across. And I would assume extremely fresh, considering how the weather at the moment. So they don't look giant-sized, they look human-sized, but we should all still be cautious, nevertheless.
Yeah, so you see a kind of a gleam in his eye, and he undoes his axe girt, and in his rumbling voice to you, he says, "Are you able to determine what has made the tracks?"
And
he kind of crouches down to cover his bulk, and he's hiding the light a little bit so that it doesn't shine quite as bright.
I only caught a glance of them as I turned around to inform you guys, but I will return and see if I can discern what they are before they disappear.
All right.
So
Yeah, he's kind of like on he's on like one knee. He's lowered down so that you're talking, and they're trying not to let the voices carry. He's got the light kind of held low so that it's not making as much light as it is if it was held aloft. But it's a big kind of, it's obviously like a stone causeway, almost probably natural looking. It's not like it's a cobbled stone. It's not like it's a something that looks giant made, but it is big enough for giants to cross, and it's sheer cliffs on the side. So when you kind of get back up to the tracks, and you can go ahead and make a wisdom check, survival check, to determine what you can.
I rolled that with advantage. That's fine. It's a 6.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. Are you serious?
All right. So the snow has obscured it enough that it's kind of confused you. You definitely medium. So I mean, it could be.
Are these? You don't have to say what it is, but are they humanoid?
Yeah. You would say they're humanoid. You don't know if it's like elf or dwarf or human or orc or,
Because I have advantage on survival checks on humanoids.
Okay, you recognize them, so that gives you an 18. Yeah, you make it then. So you recognize these as humans, and you count 8 different tracks that you're seeing.
Okay. All right. So I scurry on back to wherever my compatriots are at this point, and I let them know they all appear to be humans. About 8, maybe 9 of them. It's a little difficult to tell, but we should be careful. We have encountered cultists before. I look at, I guess, Greybeard. I guess he's the only one who was there when we attacked the cultist of Yon? No. It started with a Y. The giant evil god.
Oh, yeah.
So we should be careful.
I'd have to go back in my notes. That was the elemental evil dude. Ooh.
So I would say have caution, but I believe we are okay to pass at the moment.
Yeah, so you see Harshnag looking to the group expectantly, ready to follow. He can't see at night. I'm pretty sure Nod doesn't have night vision, but I think the rest of you do, correct?
Yes.
I don't think Nod does. No.
Yeah, so Nod and so Harshnag and Nod are kind of willing to, Harshnag is willing to. I mean, Nod, you can just tell where he needs to go. He's going to follow you.
He does have a remarkable sense of smell, though.
That's true.
Is that going to help with the sheer drop?
Well, he could just follow behind us.
But no, he's like a tank. I mean, he's a trained mount, so I mean he can follow knee commands, and since you're riding him in C, you'll be able to tell him where you need to go. It's a big wide causeway. It appears to be at least 100 feet long.
It's big enough for a giant. Are we really worried about falling off of it?
No, you shouldn't be.
True.
All right.
All right, so I will go ahead. Not as far ahead this time. I'll just be about 40 feet ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so you get to a point where out of the swirling snow, and it's a lot of whites and grays here. It's even, you've kind of been battling a little bit of the snow blindness throughout these last couple days. And with dark vision and snow, it's also a little weird just because all the colors are so similar. But the first thing you see is kind of like a basically what looks to be like a domed entrance that kind of appears out of the cliff face across the causeway. You can see 6 enormous stone pillars that hold up the top of the domed entrance. And you can see that the causeway ends just before the stone dome carved from the mountainside. The pillars are, from what you can tell until you get closer, it looks like stone pillars 30 feet tall, and that supports a dome above it.
Is it something we would be in awe of if we could see it in the daytime?
Yeah, and it has the proportions of, something of a giant. So it's like you almost like think of like Gulliver's Travels or something when you're the people that are normal size, and then you see something built that's made for giants. The doorway's meant for giants. The pillars are the size that would be the right ratio to a giant. It's all like this massively large, almost like. In some ways, you might think of like if you were to come on this and you didn't know it was made by the giants, you might think it was made by the gods. How everything's just much bigger and the tracks seem to continue up to the domed entrance and further in. It seems like, as far as you can tell, it's hard for you to see where the tracks go without too much light. You're only getting probably 30 or 40 feet ahead of you. You can still see the tracks, not quite at the edge of your 60-foot range, but it appears like they continue on into the domed area. And then, like, looking behind you, probably 50 feet back behind you, you see the rest of the group, coming across the causeway, but are, I guess, watching for you to give a signal, or, they're kind of keeping pace with where you are.
Yep. I assume it would be difficult, but do I hear or see anything that would cause me pause?
Currently, you are just hearing the blowing and swirling of the wind. Because of the ravines that are next to you, it's quite the wind sound out here. You don't see anything else but this structure that's just appeared out of the side of the cliff face.
Okay, so I give them the go-ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so the rest of the group kind of gets up to where you guys are. And I'll just put you guys on the map now, and then we can, you guys can kind of see what's going on. So let's move you over. Welcome, my players, to the Eye of the All-Father.
Cue Zeppelin.
Dun, 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 dun.
And Thor coming out, throwing his hammer at you guys.
Ah!
Not quite Zeppelin, but I'll give you a little ambience here. All right, so can everybody see?
All the way to the
No.
bottom.
Oh,
It's
at
in
the
the
bottom?
It's in the middle and like to the left. Far left.
I just see black.
I heard there was something about, if If I hold
Oh, there it
shift
is.
and
Okay,
ping,
cool.
Does this work?
Yes, it did.
Does that bring everybody? I just saw that on a video.
Yeah.
All right,
Absolutely.
so let's go over a little logistics here as you are on the causeway. In front of you is this massive structure of the Eye of the Allfather, the Oracle of the Giants, rising out from the cliff face. The little yellow boxes that I've placed on the map was just to highlight this map is slightly bigger than we're used to. So each square is 10 feet instead of
shit.
5
Okay.
like we're normally using, right? So one little square like this is a 10 foot. Let me ping it better here. One little square like this in front of Tigray is a 10 foot, and then the bigger square here is a 20 foot. All right. So that's the only thing there. It's not like a trap or anything in front of you. I just wanted to highlight, so you could see the different scales here.
Okay.
You see the tracks seem to be leading up into the area.
I see tracks into the area.
Yep. So you see the tracks that you've been following lead up into. They go. I guess we can just freehand a little bit of snowy tracks, right? We could just do. So like that.
So I point them out to everybody so they could see. Like, hey, they're right there. Keep an eye out. We don't know what we're gonna see. So, let's see. I guess let's just go in. Do we want to go in as a unit? I whisper to everybody.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. So let's move ahead.
Was that a 6th level barbarian ready, or was that a 7th level barbarian ready?
It's a 6th level barbarian ready.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got it.
Oh, wait a minute. Does that mean there's a 1 of something else?
Oh no.
Warlock.
Bard.
So maybe what we have to do, maybe we'll do like a once a month game that gives you guys way more time to get your character sheets
Yeah, exactly. Like,
ready to go.
because this week was not long enough
Yeah.
to do one
was-
level.
2 weeks wasn't long
I
enough.
had 2 spells to pick. You know what that's like.
I do. It takes me like 7
I-
hours to pick.
I was
spell.
gonna say, okay, the spell thing, I'll give you that.
Well, I'm just giving you guys a hard time, but you should get those up to speed because the stuff you're battling is geared for the correct level.
Yeah. I'm all leveled. I got my spells. I got my hit points.
All right.
Feel free. I'll just move. Oh god, stop getting stuck, mouse. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'll move. Oh man, I guess let's move like 20 feet at a time.
Yeah, you probably want to move up a little bit, just so you can kind of see. Harshnag kind of moves up with you, but he's looking at you because he has his torch, and he's looking at the tracks that you have pointed out.
All right. So I'll continue just inching ahead. Well, I guess giant inching ahead, following these tracks. Is this dotted line anything?
Those
Or is it just like a changing
so that's
tile?
that's the overhang of. So what you're seeing above you, way above you, is this dome that's carved into out of the rock. These pillars, the black circles are pillars, and when you get up to it, you can see, Ian, that the one you're standing next to is a cloud giant. It's carved. It's a carved pillar depicting scenes of giants, doing different things. Whether it's, this one seems to be a giant of cloud giants that are flying among the birds in the sky. The one you're looking at currently.
I'd be very curious about that, but now is not the time. So I
And you
just
can
go
see,
ahead.
yeah, the other one, the one to your right, is appears to be a stone giant climbing a mountain. Looks like is how it's carved. It's like the scene of this stone giant climbing a mountain. And the one to your left looks to be like a flying storm giant hurling lightning bolts at a ship.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
And you
Again,
can just see the edges of these other pillars.
In the back of my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's a good thing the drow isn't with us. Otherwise, we would never get through this place.
Harley.
Well, Polly, as I move ahead. I'll move about 2 ahead this time. So I see... So is this darkness... It looks... This darkness... Does it look like a cavern ravine? Or does it look like just darkness into nothing?
These are cliff walls, so you're going into a tunnel into the cliff.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not about to fall down and die.
No,
Okay.
no. And Tigray, the column you passed was, as you were passing it, you could see that it was a fire giant with a chained dwarf prisoner in a cavern.
Greybeard, looks like this is the place for you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Alright, I continue on ahead.
And then the last one that you guys kind of pass by is a hill giant lifting a rock above his head. Frost giant chopping down a great pine. So those are the different pillars that you've seen. So what you've seen is definitely each of the giants represented in the pillars, the 6 pillars.
Okay. So I guess, I mean, I'm not proficient in checking for traps. Is anybody here? Is anybody good at looking for traps?
Yeah. Well, it depends. Do I use my toolkit for that, or is it an investigation?
It's your foot.
Yes, that's one way. It's your forehead. You can also, in this case, if you want to do a perception check, you can try to look in this area around for traps of such.
All right, and because it's all stonework, I get double my proficiency bonus. So this is actually, instead of -1, it's +5. Oh yeah, I'm great.
So like 14?
Yes.
All right. So the one thing you notice is at the spot you're at, you believe that as you're looking in the ceiling, you can see slight gap in the ceiling. Now the ceilings are 60 feet high, soaring above you. And remember that each of these squares is 10 foot. So this hallway you're walking into is like a 40-foot hallway wide. 60 feet above, you get the impression, because you can see kind of the outline of a gap in the ceiling, it looks like a block could fall from the ceiling.
I pointed out, up there, that part could fall on us. And does it look like we could stay to the, within 10 feet of the wall?
Well, you've not seen. No, it looks like it spans the entire tunnel.
Okay.
You've not seen anything on the ground. The tracks continue to lead. The snow tracks continue to lead underneath this, whatever that is in the ceiling, in the snow.
Okay. So I guess let's keep on going, and let's just hope that we're dexterous enough to get out of the way if anything bad happens. So I forge on forward.
Should just stay close to the paladin at that point.
Can I still move the same amount, or
Yeah, I'll just move with her, Dan. Keep her within my aura.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was doing the whole time too.
And let's do... So give me a second to stop there a moment.
I'm gonna face backwards and walk backwards.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody kind of
Covering
sit
the
there
butt.
for just a moment.
The best way to face danger is to not face it at all.
I don't want to look.
Yeah, that's what I want.
The minute I hear someone cry out in pain, I run.
So the part that you're at right now, Ian, now that Greybeard has pointed it out above you, you guys have passed under... Let me draw it on the map for you. Freehand, draw a shape. Sure. So the first gap stone was right here that you guys passed under. The tracks in the snow are still there where the white is. And the first thing you notice too, Ian, is there seems to be a second one. And then this is where the snow kind of begins to run out and there are no more tracks. It's just past this piece. And it's clear that it must be a giant stone that's hung in the ceiling. And it definitely looks like it's something that could come down. Now, also, right about the spot that you're at now, Ian, is... And let's put Harshnag up here with you guys. You realize... you can hear noises up ahead, and you see some flickering light of what appears to be a torch up ahead, and you're hearing the sounds of human grunts and groans.
All right, so I step back from where the stone, where I assumed the stone would fall, and I turn around and I say, I can hear ahead of us rustling and movement. I'm going to sneak up ahead, and I point up at the hole, and I say, "There's another one of those slots. Be careful and be aware." As I sneak up ahead.
Okay. Tell me what would your stealth roll be? What's your bonus to stealth? I'm gonna do a 20 for you.
My stuff. It's +4.
+4. Okay, so that's that. How do I say? Nope. You know what? I'm gonna do it as a GM roll. Here we go. So / GM roll. 1d20 +4. You said, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you begin to sneak forward.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And just tell me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go one by one and tell me when to stop.
Yeah. So what you can see is, as you're looking, you notice that you're further in. The snow has stopped, and above you on the side, it looks like the walls seem to be about 40 feet tall, but then the last 20 feet, because the ceiling's up to 60 feet high, the last 20 feet seem to be some type of ledge on both sides, on the left and the right. So there's 40 foot of wall, and then up on this side here and this side here seem to be ledges. And the
Above
flickering, yep.
Okay.
And let's see if I can fix your vision at this point, because now I think you should be able to see. If I do this, and I do, let's see. Let me change a token here. Because one of these must have light. Must be this one. Okay, let me fix this so that you guys can see it. Now that you've... Oh yeah, can you see up ahead now? A torch in the distance?
Oh, in the distance? Let's see, let me zoom out. Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah. So you're seeing a flickering. You're not getting, it's still a couple hundred feet off, so you've got no details. You can't tell
But I see things.
but you can see the light of a torch up front. And as you go, and so the ledges are on your left and right. They are what they also appear to be standing on some type of stairs, because they're a little bit elevated up ahead of you. They're like higher than you are.
Okay. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna move ahead a little bit more just to see what's around me.
Okay, and you see, you actually can't go to there. That's all wall. This big line here is a wall that goes 40 feet up, and then there's a 20-foot gap. You see the torch move, and you hear a shout of alarm as you are sneaking along, and your foot scrapes across the floor, and it makes a loud noise.
Lucian, you're supposed to roll better for me, not worse.
I am. And then you see the bodies begin to shout. They start to move around, and they light more torches.
I say, shit. I know, I curse. The elven equivalent of that. And I turn around and I say, I quickly move back. I mean, we're in a funnel. There's only so much I could do. Turn around and I say, they're all ahead of us. They just heard us. They're on the stairs up ahead about 200, 300 feet. I can barely see them, but I'm assuming now they can see the lights just going boop, 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 boop ahead of us. As I pointed out.
Yeah, I think, can you guys see it now? Or do you not see it yet? Let me change your tokens if not.
Over here.
We've been able to see that the whole time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Actually,
if you could
so,
or not.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you just see some flickering light up ahead. And then the next thing you see... let me see. Well, let me check this because I need a character sheet here real quick. You. There we are. What's the range of that? 120 feet then. Okay. So I'm going to put another token out there. What would work? Sure, that seems good. And let's measure it so I know how far it can go. Okay. Cool. So you guys will be able to see this. All players can see. I don't know if it matters if it has sight. This is going to be like 40 by 20. Save. Do you see another light pop up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Control C. There we go. You see 4 lights pop up along the room that you're in here, and then you guys can go ahead and select your tokens, and we can roll initiative. Nobody got sneak attack. You both have noticed each other at the same time. Nobody snuck up on the other, so it's straight initiative at this point. Ooh, Ian kills it with the 20.
Oh yeah.
Kills
buddy.
it.
I see you. Not sneaking up on me.
Okay, so let me get my...
I knew I was too busy messing with Greybeard.
That's what you get for being turned around. You didn't even see the lights.
That's true. I didn't even notice you.
You say, "Come to the light."
I'm just like, there's light ahead, and you're like, what light? I don't see anything. And you're like, oh, let me turn. And you're like, oh shit.
Nothing was sneaking up on me from behind, though. Guaranteed.
You had the rear down.
So much that I have nothing on the other side. I'm gonna stumble into Harshnag's feet.
Yeah.
Ian, how do you have +1 to initiative?
Because I have a 14 dex. 13 dex.
Wow. Okay. All right. That makes sense now. I figured
Don't
you'd
shame
be
me.
like, I thought you'd be like a 26 or something. And I mean, look at
My
Coffee.
stats are 13, 13, 13, 12, 15, and 7.
Why are you stat shaming, Greybeard?
Yeah, Coffee's
Like, why are you
ridiculous.
stat shaming?
He's clearly OP.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I like an 8, a 12.
Yeah, he rolled a 0 and still got a 6.
I have
Yeah.
2 10s.
All right, so we've got everybody. I think we do. Let's order it so that we can see descending. Ian's obviously going to go first. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take our first 5-minute break as we have just gotten to the battle in the Eye of the Allfather. And you guys cannot quite see details. They're clearly medium-sized, probably human. They seem to have furs on them, kind of like snow gear like you guys have, so it's hard to see any details. They begin to move around at the back of that hallway. They're on a staircase, and it looks like they're probably coming down the staircase at this point. And that's where we will pick up when we come back from our break, and we will see what our ranger does when we come back. So don't go away. We're about to get into a pretty good battle. Let's see how it goes. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
the leftmost box is class options, right?
Not at all.
What do you have in your left?
The most left box is NPC.
NPC? Okay.
Mhm. And it's got a little checkbox. The middle box is strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, initiative modifier, initiative style.
That one. Click on
Alright.
that one. And click on advantage.
Bam! And then
Hopefully
there's no.
it saves.
I was gonna say there's like no save button. It just goes.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. All right.
And you got it.
Back to
Alright.
the core.
Oh
I'm
man,
gonna
now I
try.
can resize everything.
I'm afraid to try it because it may just take and change the initiative.
Well, just push. I mean, just tell Lucian.
All right.
He'll fix it. He's the DM. He has the power.
Ah,
The
that's
technology
hilarious.
we have it.
I have the power.
Didn't even change.
No.
Greybeard has
Two
advantage now.
14s.
Yep.
Well, I'll give you the second 14, so that way you.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, technically, it would be 3 14s because that's what I rolled in the first place. So I rolled 14, 14, and 14.
Lol. Oh well. I have to find
Insane.
my elvish curse words that I had somewhere down here. What was it again? Greybeard? Thorin? Thorin?
Oh, it's lost the page. Synadrin. But the word was Traco. Traako.
Draco. Draco. You gotta say it in your Orlando Bloom accent.
Treco. Treco. My elfish is gonna sound remarkably a lot like Spanish. I know it's crazy.
I have no idea why.
All right, we got Finn and Ka'FeyBlak. We ready to get going?
Yep.
Come on, let's get to battle. Battle!
Are
All right,
you back?
Ian leading us off. You see lights dancing in the tunnelway. You see figures moving and bounding, heading. Looks like they're heading down the stairs. But you were up first. You're reacting before all that happens.
Oh shit! Everything is different in the world. So that's 10 feet. That's okay. So I can make it over there in one move. These guys hella far away from me. Can only take pot shots. So I will move this way. And I will you can only have disadvantage once, right? So
Yeah, you will be making these at disadvantage. Yeah. Right?
there we go. Sorry, just had to unmute stuff. Okay, so I will move this way, and I'll call back as I draw my bow and I start knocking an arrow. I say, it's a tunnel up ahead. Just run straight forward. There's not much other choice we have. And I take a shot at the guy in front of the form I see in front of the bright light source.
Okay.
All right. If you so please, there we go. It's a humanoid. Do I get my favorite enemy on this?
Yeah, yep, humanoid. Yep, they are humans.
Okay. So I will boop. Oh, this is with disadvantage. Oh, that's normal.
Oh, snap.
I have to roll another one.
Oh, you
It's
don't
always
have
a
you don't
flame.
have the toggle thing on so that you can.
I didn't. Well, let me roll it one more time as normal. So I could do the next one. Let's see. 14.
14. I think you're gonna hit one. Yeah. So an arrow flies out. It goes in the darkness, through the light, back into the darkness, into the light one more time, and you hit. You hear the grunt as your arrow strikes true into one of the forms that's moving and bounding down the stairs. 10 piercing damage. Nicely done.
You know, if they were good, they would probably parlay. So I'm gonna have a clear conscience about this.
I think that's how we should address everything from now on. They were good like Jarl, they would have already parlayed with this. They must die.
You just kicked the door of the tavern open and shot a poor guy trying to get up from a table.
That was an arrow parlay. Its parlay is written on the side of the shaft of the arrow.
I'll shoot again.
Ian has started the fight. There is no talking. 18 would strike also. Were you hitting same target?
Yeah, same target. So I get my Colossal Slayer.
Now, out at that distance, you guys are not seeing any details more than they seem to be fur-covered humans. Ian, you would recognize, your sense would tell you that they're humans at this point, I think. But once they get into these lights here is when you'll be able to distinguish maybe differences, and I'll give you a little more detail on them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that'll... Yeah, I don't have a bonus action. That'll be my turn.
All right. Let's bring our... Oh, there's our turn order. So that brings us up to the people you shot. All right. So they...
It was a welcome arrow.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Fruit basket on the end and the whole.
All right. So they're just going to go up there. We're going to spread out just a tiny bit as they come lumbering down. Oh, don't double click. That's not what I wanted.
Abort, abort, abort.
That's too far. I think it's one more. All right. And yeah, then these. They should be able to move the same. So these will go 30 feet more forward like this. $30 feet. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. And then... All right, so yeah, they seem to be... They're coming down the set of stairs there. They're crouched as they run forward. It does look like they've appeared to draw weapons. You're not getting much detail, but it's fur-clad, low-running humans back down the hallway. These lights here, Coffee, you would recognize as the dancing lights style of spell, arcana magic. So these lights are light illuminating the way ahead.
Gotcha.
And they move. They are moving down the hallway. And that would bring us to... That's all they're going to do. Greybeard's turn. So Mr. Greybeard, our 7th level barbarian, is up.
He is. I guess let's 1, 2, 3, 4. 3.5 technically, but these are 10-foot squares, so I guess I'm actually gonna hold out my shield. I'll interact with my shield, so
okay. So that's the only thing you have in your hands right now is a shield?
Well, on one arm, and then I'm just holding my axe in the other. Preparing next round to throw the shield and just go axing. So when I got targets. I have not raged yet.
Alrighty. That brings us to Harshnag. He tries to move around Finn here without knocking him over. And he gets up next to Ian, is about as far as he's going to get. He's going to... You see him, his axe is out, and He's cautiously moving forward, so he's going to take the dodge action because he can't make the... Not quite sure what's happening here, so... Axe is out, he's
Still not
behind
saying parlay?
Ian, and then... Say that again?
Still not saying parlay? I feel okay with my decision to attack.
Yeah. Harshnag's not sure what's going on yet, so he's taking the dodge action and then waiting to see what's going to happen here. So that's all his actions. That'll bring us to Finn. 7th level
He
Paladin.
did see her launch 2 arrows down the hallway, right?
He saw that. He haven't seen anything come back. Yeah. And he's moved to a protective spot near Ian.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith myself.
Okay. Does that last for a long time, or is that a minute?
10 minutes.
Oh, that won't even track it then. No battle lasts 10 minutes in Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, you're not wrong.
If it does, you're doing it wrong.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. 100
If it does, it'll be 6 sessions from now.
That's what I mean. 100 rounds of battle? Wow.
Tower of Charm. Get ready for it.
Oh my god, yes. Alright, so we're on to... That's it then? Oh, movement. I see a movement. Gotcha.
Yep.
Alright, so was that a dash movement or just a regular move?
That was just a waddle.
Waddle. Okay. That'll bring us to Coffee. You see your party heading forward. You've heard the bowstring twang twice from Ian's bow, which you've heard many, many times before. Cry out of pain at the back of the hallway as it is your turn.
Ruh-roh.
Turns around dramatically. Hair in the
All
wind.
right. Into Blade Song.
Okay.
Casting Haste. And moving 70.
Actually, I did that wrong. I want to do this.
To make this cool formation.
United Front.
Exactly.
What was that cool thing we did in the Oni fight?
Or in what way?
There was a lot.
I remember. Never mind.
It was that cone of it was the cone of cold dragon
God.
token that you had hidden in the shadows of that torch.
We no longer line up horizontally, only vertically.
Only
No,
vertically.
it's 10 feet. It's 10 feet. It only goes. Everything's skewed, right?
That's true.
Pretty
I
much.
could
It's gonna
go
be
another
weird.
10.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird with cones and stuff. We'll just have to kind of fudge it.
Form Voltron.
All right. So that's about it for Coffee. Did some casting. And that brings us to the person and right? No. Yeah, we're gonna go here. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. We'll go the full. Okay. They are done. We're back to the top of the round. Ian is up once again.
I will. They are still hella far away from us, right? Oh yeah, not even close for me to do anything cool. So, I will just continue on going pew pew at them. Still at disadvantage until they reach about 100 feet, right? Away from
Yeah,
me.
these will be disadvantaged shots. Yep.
All right. So, I didn't really track who I just hit.
Yeah, I would
So-
say that the way they're moving, it might be tough at this range. I think once you get into this light range, you're going to be able to see that. So when they enter these lights, then you'll see where your arrows are sticking out of some of those guys, and you can start targeting again. But I think this far back, you're just kind of shooting at shapes that are moving, and then
So this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
You tell me if I hit somebody that I've already hit before, so I know whether or not to add my extra damage die.
Oh, right.
Otherwise,
right.
I'm just
Okay.
otherwise I'm just gonna go regular shot.
Okay. So 18 is going to be a hit.
That's the old one. 10.
Oh.
10 is the new one.
Oh, the
I'm assuming
10.
that's
Yeah, so arrow
this.
flies and clatters, crashing into the stone staircase behind. Arrow shatters
And
apart.
11. Didn't even matter. All right.
Yeah, 2 of them. Well, and they're dodging and moving around. It looks like they're trying to make it very hard for you to shoot. They're on the move. They're crouched low. So
I can imagine. All right, and that is my move.
okay. That brings us to them as they race forward as more arrows fly out from the darkness towards them. Let's go back to this one here. And they are going to... Let's see, that's going to be 10, 20, 30, right? Yeah. 10, 20, 30. 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Oh, 10, 20, 30. Do that. All right. They are still running forward, crouched, seem to be dodging left and right, weaving to try to make it hard for anybody trying to shoot arrows at them. They're in the darkness portion at the moment, which means you might not really even see them very well until they enter the light area again, because your night vision only would go out to 60 feet, so it's not going to pick up. You know, it doesn't pick up the darkness out here, even though you guys can see the tokens probably, I guess. Well, let me see what you guys see. Do they go into the darkness and you can't see them?
Yeah, for some of them.
Oh, okay.
Like,
It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Perfect. Although, these lights, do I have these set too high? Where are these at? No, that's probably okay. Okay, yeah, cool. So they're going in and out of the darkness. I like that. Sweet. I love dynamic lighting. All right, that is... Oh, and then... Yeah, they're fine. Okay, I think that's it. That would bring us to Greybeard's turn. You hear 2 more arrows fly out, Greybeard. Let's see what you see. Let's go Control L so we can see your vision.
I am going to just move 20 feet forward, shield out, and I too will take the defense action.
Okay. Harshnag is going to reach into his pouch. He's going to pull a rock out, I think. Why do I lose my character sheets? That's what I wants to know.
It's all by clicking.
Explain
You click
that
them
to
into.
me. Okay, Mr. Harshnag. So he is going to hurl a rock. Disadvantage. Probably won't matter, though. Are you guys seeing attack rolls? I'm not seeing attack rolls. Oh, I have it on normal.
Yeah.
Let me roll one more. Shoot, I did the same thing. So it's either 26 or it's a 18. 18 is the low roll, but that is still enough to hit one. Oh yeah, so it looks like one of them is grazed by a rock. It knocks him sideways into the wall area as he drags himself back upright. It just kind of clips him, and you hear him let out a yell as he's been hit by one of these rocks. All right, and then Harshnag will lope past you guys. So he's going to go 10, 20, 30. That's going to put him here, I guess. 10, 20. Yeah.
These are 10-foot squares, though, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's moving.
Yeah. All right, so he's moved ahead. He still has the torch in his hand at this point. And that would bring us to Finn. You've just watched Harshnag throw a rock. You've heard more arrows fly out from Ian's bow. It is your turn. Are you muted?
Nope, I'm just moving.
Oh, okay.
He's planning.
He's strategizing.
Done.
Oh, he's going for it. All right, so
And I'll take the defensive action as well.
Posture.
Yep.
okay. Yeah, so you see humans that are dressed in furs, and it appears that they have many items about them that look like dragon scales or bones, symbols of dragons, things like that.
Ooh.
And they're in their winter furs, big axes in their hand, two-handed axes, charging down the hall.
Okay.
Brings us to Finn. Finn, you were up. Or I'm sorry, Coffee's up.
All right. So my normal move is 40. I'm hasted. So I could move another 40.
Where did Harshnag go?
Go for it. Do it.
I'm going to get side by side with Finn.
All right.
And that is my move.
Alrighty. Blade Song still going. Alright, so we get there. Alright.
Oh, I did not realize we could have moved behind these pillars.
There's no pillars.
Oh no, it's walls. Those gray things are all walls. Or the dark
The-
line.
So the brown is a wall.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
40-foot wall
Okay.
that goes up,
gotcha.
and then there's a 20-foot opening at the top. All right, so I'm thinking let's go with Finn. You were the first one to move up there, so you notice you're kind of running by 4 arrows that are lodged into the floor. Where's it? Where is it? There we go. All right, and so you get to roll a dexterity saving throw, and the DC 12. Save DC is 12. Yeah, spell save DC 12. Okay, yeah. So you see one of the arrows magically pull itself up out of the ground, and it flies towards you, but your shield, you move your shield in the way of it as the arrow hits the shield, and does no damage. And there are 3 remaining arrows buried into the ground. Let's see, does it say whenever a creature other than you comes within 30 feet? Oh, okay, so actually one will fly at haven't used this one before. We're also we'll have Coffee also make a dexterity saving throw. And you needed a DC. I just said it a moment ago. 12. Yep, you're good. So you also see an arrow pull up out of the ground as you pull up to that spot. 2 remain in the ground, and 1 flies at you as you use your sword to smash it out of the to kind of change its directory, and it flies past you and hits the
the other
back
thing
wall.
that I just read is that if I have haste, I get advantage on dex save.
Okay. Yeah, either way you made it.
All right, cool.
So that is that move. Now, okay, so that's those. And then the last thing, let's go ahead and let's look at this one. Just one sec. What's that range again? Yeah, it's okay. Just want to know. We're going to wait a little bit. All right. That is their turn. So that brings us back to the top of the round. No, yeah, it's going to wait. Holding action, so that will bring us to Ian now. So top of the round, Ian is up.
All right. So I will. Ooh. Oh, that's not gonna work very well anymore. Yeesh. Oof. Well, that's. I just thought about that. That takes that out of my wheelhouse of things I'm gonna do. So I am going to move. Let's still stay back, stay around. Actually, let's go behind Greybeard. He's a little bit shorter, and I will shoot at this figure right here, right on the edge of the light.
Okay. So at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. 15.
Yes, 15. Yep, 15 still hit.
6.
Okay.
And I will.
That one is already wounded.
Oh, that one's already wounded? All right.
Yeah, so do you get like an extra?
1d8, yeah.
Yeah, so an extra 1d8 then. I'll take the 6 off. Another 6.
Yep.
Okay. So we see a black arrow wound that person once again, create another wound on them.
And then, ooh, natural 1. All right. So, and yep, I moved my 30. And I can't do a bonus action, so that's my move.
Yeah, and the held action was once another arrow flew out, we see another figure come out. So it's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40.
As my bonus action, I tell Greybeard to drop the bag of holding.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So I can pick up some arrows. I'm gonna run out quick here.
There. All right, so out of the shadows up above, because it's 60-foot ceiling, you see fly over the edge, you see something white hurtling, flying through the air from this area. It flies past Harshnag high enough that he can't even get to it, and then dives down towards Ian at the back. And Ian, when you look at it, it is a dragon, but it looks like a very young dragon. Like you would consider it like a wormling, like a small young dragon, not like a full size, chomp you in one type of dragon. Very small, very young, white dragon, snarling and coming at you. But it used a dash action to get to you, so it is not able to actually attack you.
And as I'm saying that to Greybeard to drop the bag so I can get it, then I'm like, dragon, no.
And
Like,
there you
I
go,
just cut off
guys.
my sentence. I'm like, dragon.
Your second dragon in your Dungeons and Dragons game. I'll bite a
snap.
small one.
White dragon. What do I? Can I roll a history check to see what I know about
You absolutely
white
can.
dragons? Oof.
Absolutely.
I'm still rolling with disadvantage. 20.
20. So you know that white dragons, of the chromatic dragons, you know that most of the chromatic ones are typically the evil ones. So the blacks, the blues, the greens, the reds, and the whites. Usually the more metallic ones are on the side of good for the most part, or neutral. But and then what you know of the white dragon, which is usually they are the smallest in terms of dragons, the least intelligent, but they are the most animalistic of the chromatic dragons. White dragons, you know, enjoy frigid climes, favor the Arctic areas and the icy mountains. They're vicious, cruel reptiles driven by hunger and greed. You could see feral eyes and a sleek profile and a spined crest. And the scales glisten with a pure white. Was there anything else here you can see? You see no evidence that there's any like scars or wounds on this dragon, so it makes you think that it's a very young dragon, a very hasn't been probably within, you know, maybe it could be anywhere from a year old, could be to maybe 7 or 8 years old, but it's not very old in dragon terms. So this is and those are usually called wormlings.
Okay. All right.
That's what you would know.
Thank you.
Do we have I could show you oh yeah, let's do a picture. Let's do a handout, people.
These are the ones with the like horns on the front of them, right? Or are those the blue ones?
Let's do, you guys can see all players. So you should be able to see in your handout area the white dragon now. Did everybody see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you showing it for chat?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So that was the hold action. Ian, were you? Yeah, you said okay. So you shouted to Greybeard for arrows. You saw the dragon and you cried out. A couple arrows flew out. One hit true, one missed. Brings us to our tribe here. These you clearly can see that now that they're in the light that these are Uthgard barbarians. You are starting to get used to fighting these guys, pretty much. Though you started this fight, I would say, in the way the after action report will go.
Shitter. I was the one they saw me first.
Remember, the victors write the history, so
That's right.
Yeah, remember that one.
Honorable murder hobos.
Yeah, they're gonna come here. There. And they're kind of moving around. This guy's actually going to be here instead. We're going to spread them out a little.
They're all like 10 feet apart from each other, right?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, they are definitely spread out. Once the arrows started flying, they definitely spread themselves out. And they're weaving back and forth to try to make it hard to be hit as they race forward. And they're still doing that even now.
Fair play.
So that is them. That brings us to Greybeard. You are up.
all right. I interact with my bag of holding, throw 40 arrows, a quiver of 40 arrows on the ground, and move forward.
Okay, so your action is to reach into the bag
Yep.
of holding and summon the... Yeah, okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Arrows clatter to the ground.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and just hold up my shield.
Okay, so you're just doing the regular move.
Yep.
But you used your action, so no dodge this time, just regular.
Correct.
But you got good AC with. Okay. Harshnag moves. I guess he turns to Ian first. He looks like he's going to run forward, but he gives you the questioning, do you got this or not? Look.
I'm gonna go with a not.
That's the look you give back.
Yeah, it's like
How do you scream with your eyes?
I give him a very just like, are you serious? I just like, I have a 13 AC, bitch.
I was waiting for it. I was already giggling.
All right, so 10, 20, 30. So yeah, he could get in range then. Okay. So yeah, he's going to. Where's his character sheet? There you are. Actually, he's going to huck that rock at it again. And then he's going to move closer to try to guard you. No, he misses. The rock smashes against the wall.
Okay. Fair play.
As and you see the white dragon, which is flying. It hasn't landed. It's flying. Is trying to duck and weave out of the way of that that rock as it hits the wall, and it snarls at Harshnag. All right, and then moves, throws rock, which would have been tremendously cool damage if I'd hit. But I did not. That's it. Finn, you're up.
We attack twice with our lance.
All right, disadvantage. These guys are trying to dodge. They've used the dodge action as they move forward. But they don't have a great AC, so we'll see how it goes. $18 will hit. So it's just the 8 points of damage? Is that correct?
No, I've got the dueling bonus on there too, so it's actually 11.
Well, the 8 plus the 3 is the crit, right?
Oh, why would they write it that way? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the crit is only 3. That's
Yeah.
a D12.
Oh, I see. The 26 brought the damage up. Yeah, so 8.
Yeah, so I see a rolled 3 and then a plus 3 and then a plus 2. Is that right?
Yep.
All right, so 8 for the first one. And then second lance for a 23 also strikes true, so 16 there.
Yep.
All right. And their dodge made no difference. Guess they should have thrown javelins or something.
And Nod will dodge.
Okay. Oh, he'll dodge. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go to the GM info layer here a second and move this out of the way. There we go. All right. Anything else, Mr. Finn?
Nope.
That will bring us to Coffee. So, Coffee, you've seen Finn race forward, lance a guy in front of him, put 2 wounds on him. Greybeard, you're not sure what he's doing. He's playing with arrows in the back. Ian has a very concerned look on her face as she's turned her back to you. Harshnag has moved back. And you have what appear to be Uthgardt Barbarians racing down the hallway towards you. And you might be muted if you're talking. Or you might be gone. It could be that.
Taken by aliens.
He's like, I use my haste and I run and dash twice and I'm gone. I'm on the causeway. I'm out. I'm going to join the other group. They're better.
He's considering his options.
Is he typing that?
Story about taking down a dragon, or do I want to take down some stupid Uthgards?
He's cleaning his nails, maybe. Do we want to come back to him? Does anybody see him? Is he talking in Discord or anything?
No,
missing it?
I'm
don't
not
see it.
seeing anything. No text
Greybeard.
here.
No, Tigray? Nothing?
I'm
Yeah.
seeing
Oh,
a
he
wall
said phone
burning.
earlier. He said
Ah.
phone earlier.
Okay.
Right before my turn, so maybe that's it. It's a busy bee.
Okay, so we'll when he comes back, we'll let him take his turn. I think
He's
what
gonna
we'll do-
he's gonna move forward and attack, right? I mean,
I think so, but I don't want to roll it for him. He'll get it, because they won't. I don't think they'll move, but before he gets here,
Yeah.
he'll attack the guy in front. I'm assuming. So we'll come back. So 10, 20, 30. That brings us to there. Now what's our range? Oh, yeah. All right. So we see that person cast. Oh, my character sheets. They're making me mad. It's like they just disappear on their own. Where is it? Where's the one I want? Oh, yeah, it's down here. So a 30-foot cube is what I want. 30-foot cube, which is going to be weird because we have... No, we have 10-foot squares, so that'd work. So in...
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. It is your turn.
All right. Let me think about this for a long time. All right, I'm just gonna move forward and attack this doohickey in front of me.
Okay.
Give him the slices.
So these will be at disadvantage. He took the dodge action before he got there, but the 18 will still strike. The 13 will still hit. Yes. Yep, both still hit.
17 total.
I don't want that on that. There we go. 17 total. Hey, why is this guy... Oh, that's because
And if he's not down, I'm gonna give him some more what fors.
He is not down.
All right, another. This is my 6th level Blade Singer extra attack. Oh.
11 misses. He's able to parry it with his axe as he took the first two, catches your timing on that third one, and parries it. So it
And
does
the
not
offhand.
do damage.
Oh, it was the first one was a feint. He didn't realize it. And that's it.
Nice.
All right. 10 points. Okay. Yeah, he is many wounds upon him. He's not gone down yet. Actually, an arrow is sticking out of him too, because he is one of the ones that was hit with an arrow previously.
Nice.
And he looks very wounded. I mean, there's the gashes on him. He's bleeding profusely. Even if he makes it out of this battle, which you're not sure he's going to, he would probably bleed to death within moments.
I let him know that.
Yeah, okay.
There's no hope for you.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. So now, person ran forward, and we're going to affect Everybody in this square. That's what we're going to do. And in that square would be Harshnag and Ian. You are going to need to make a wisdom saving throw. And the DC for this is going to be a 14. So wisdom saving throw. Oh, let me grab Harshnag while we're doing that. Where's you at? There you are. Wisdom. Does he have any bonus to that? He does. So there's his. Oh, Harshnag nails it.
Wisdom saving throw. Sorry, I'm just checking if I have anything cool, but I don't. Oh.
Okay. So what ends up happening is in that square we see a twisting pattern of colors that weave through the air inside and out in this 30-foot cube range. It appears for just a moment and vanishes. And Ian, your arms drop to your side. Your movement is now 0. You are effectively... you can make if you take damage, it will break that spell. And if you get to keep making checks at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
Or at least at the beginning of your next turn. Let's see what it says here. On a failed save, the creature becomes, for a duration. Incapacitated, has a speed of 0. The spell ends if an affected creature takes any damage. This is called Hypnotic Pattern. Someone else uses an action to do something to you.
Which
No, it
reminds me,
doesn't
is the
say you
dragon-
get to...
No, go ahead.
It doesn't say you get to make another check. It lasts
Is-
for up to a minute.
Is
So
the
once you take
dragon
damage,
before
or one of
after
your
me?
people come and help you.
Is the dragon before or after me?
Dragon is right now.
So before me. Okay.
Yeah. Dragon's right now on this turn. He hasn't gone yet. And what he's going to do is he's going to turn towards Harshnag.
Of course.
Actually, no. Why would he would just try to get you both? I don't think he's gonna. He doesn't know what the that spellcaster's doing. He's just a dragon. He's just trying to. All right, so he's gonna use a cone breath to catch you and Harshnag in a 15-foot cone of cold breath from a dragon.
The hypnotic thing didn't do any damage, right?
No, it did not.
I didn't miss
No
that?
damage to you.
Okay.
So this would be a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. You will have disadvantage though.
I have a disadvantage?
Yeah, because you're immobile.
Isn't that I just fail it?
No, you still
I'll
get to
take
roll.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you still roll, but it's at disadvantage. You still could roll too high.
Nope.
Okay. And Harshnag has. Oh, well, of course, he's immune to cold. All right, he just takes it. Dang it. Why would they give me an ice dragon to fight Harshnag? It just seems wrong.
Now we see why frost giants beat up on dragons, or frost dragons.
All right, so this disappears. That's gone. All right, so it's only... Well, that's... Okay, so I need to roll... the breath weapon here. Oh, it didn't roll the damage, though. Why wouldn't it do that? Can I click on it? Nope. Nope. All right. Slash roll. D8. Okay, so 21 cold hits Ian as the breath of a dragon wormling sprays her full on. Ice and little icicles and stuff form on some of your armor and your hair. And your skin turns bluish, almost frostbite-like, as you are hit with the breath weapon of the dragon wormling. And now you're not... you have no more effects from the spell. All right, that will end that person's turn, which brings us to the top of the order, and that brings us back to Ian, who's super pissed off now.
Is this guy in melee range of me?
Yeah, I would say that's in melee range.
He has disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, opportunity attack? Sure. Let's see, bite attack. So, disadvantage. Let's turn the toggle on.
I mean, it's barely going to matter, I'm sure.
Advantage.
But I might as well just say it.
Whisper rolls to GM? No, we don't want to whisper. Never whisper. Auto roll damage. Yes. And we're going to show... Okay. I think I've got it all now. Alright, so this one's a disadvantage roll. Bite. Tries to bite you. Rolls a 15.
12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oof. Alright. And I
15 wasn't enough, right?
I have a 13 AC, Lucian.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
I don't
so
know why
10...
you keep forgetting that.
So you take 10 damage plus 2 from the cold mouth of the dragon.
Yep.
It does 2 cold damage. So 10 of it is piercing and 2 of it is cold.
Cool. I use my oath bow. I swear you are my now mortal enemy. And I attack this guy. Oh, and you know what? I Hunter's Mark him too. Why not? Fuck
Which
you,
guy?
dude.
Who'd you ping?
The same guy. The dragon.
Oh, the dragon. Gotcha.
Taking me down almost all the way. That
Going
guy.
after him. Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, so let's put on a... So you said a Hunter's Mark.
Of course, this is one of the ones I don't have written down.
And then
Of
your
course it
oath
is.
bow thing, correct?
Yep. Oh my gosh, I genuinely don't have this one. Alright, it's only damage, right? It doesn't give me anything special, right?
What's that?
Hunter's Mark. It's literally out of all of the ones, it turns out I forgot one. The one that's just oath bow and Hunter's Mark.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
it is just gonna be, I think it's just damage, right? Yeah, I think it gives me an extra D8, extra D6. All right, so I'm just gonna, I mean, we have to see who rolls. I always have advantage, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Let's click on that thing. Click on that thing. That's not a nat 20. Nope. That's plus roll 1d6 because I'm stupid and I didn't add it. All right, that's 21 for the first attack.
Oh, nice.
And this one is Hunter's Mark. So yeah, I have that one down. All right, so here is the second one. 22.
Yep, that hits.
All right, and that is going to, oh man, 2 ones, 16.
Yeah, actually, you see the second arrow just pierce its heart and it just crashes to the floor. Dead. Killed it.
And you just see, Harshnag just sees, because no one else is looking at me. You just see like a moment of just like real weakness from Ian there for a second, before she shakes it off and gets ready for the next attack.
All right. All right. Yeah, so that brings us to the Barbarians. The Uthgarts. Let's go back to this one here. Let's zoom in a little more. Ooh. All right. So these maps are just so big. There we go. Okay. Let's move these gentlemen in closer then. Let's get you there. Get you there. These can move forward. The lights move. These ones are going to dash.
And snarl.
10, 20, 30, 10, 20. Yeah, dash. This gentleman will not get into the fight quite yet. All right. So we're going to have 2 barbarians attacking Coffee and 2 barbarians attacking Finn. The other one's dash, so they could not bring their weapons to bear. Let's see. What can our berserkers do here? So let's start with against Coffee. We see 2 great axes swing. Yeah, they'll go reckless. Why not? They're gonna give themselves advantage. So here's the first one with advantage. Oh, I don't have it toggled. Why don't these toggled? Always roll advantage? No, let's advantage toggle. Do not, never whisper. Don't roll. Sure, I think the rest of that's good. Okay, so these are at advantage. So first one on Coffee. Great Axe swings out. Rolls a 22.
Oh, I'm burning a shield.
Okay. So your AC momentarily boosts up, blocking the axe that's about to try to hit you. And then another axe swings at you. 17.
Miss.
And misses as you dance around the blade. Moving on to Finn. First one, they're going reckless to try to get advantage. So Finn, they roll an 18.
Miss.
Great Axe misses, and then another one swings out, an 8 completely misses. So as they try to swing at you guys, hitting off the shields, dancing around blades and dodging, they are not able to hit you. That is their turn. All right, that brings us to Greybeard.
All right. And the axe is back, and I start chopping. Oh, I
Okay.
use bonus action to rage on the way in.
Okay. An 11 is a miss.
You sort of stumble a little bit.
Yeah, I guess.
It's okay.
This dancing light gets in
There
your
it
way a
is.
little bit. 18 is a hit. 10 slashing damage. She put another wound on this gentleman barbarian. Already has an arrow sticking out of him also.
And
So you already used your bonus action. You use your action.
yep. So
Movement.
I'm good.
Anything else? Okay. No.
Nope.
Mr. Harshnag moves to console Ian. Leans down. Are you all right? As he sees the
fine.
wounds upon you, and you're like all this frozen armor, he like tries to dust the ice off you a little bit, pats you on the head to break the icicles in your hair,
It's like I just shake it off. I'm like, I'm fine.
and then he'll
go ahead.
move.
Go ahead.
He'll go forward. He'll do a dash, and he gets that far. Can't do anything else. No bonus actions. Brings us to Finn.
Murder him.
I am going to interact with my Warhammer. Draw it.
Warhammer
And I'm going to shield bash that guy.
out. Okay,
So it's a contested strength.
that's the contested one, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. Gets Advantage on melee attack, but it doesn't affect their... Okay. So he just gets a regular roll at this point. So he got a 21, but you did awesome.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's definitely a bang in the head. All right. And then he will lay into him.
Okay. Yeah, 24 would hit. So 13 damage
still
from
up?
the Warhammer. Yes, he is. Smashes into his side. He's wobbly.
16.
Yep, 16 would
If
hit.
he's prone, so he's down.
True.
Or-
But you had advantage on him because he went reckless.
Oh, all right. 12.
And that is enough to... Yeah, that's enough to put him out. Although, how do you hit a guy prone on the ground from the top of your line? We're not sure yet.
That is a warhammer. It is meant to be swung from a saddle,
All the way to
crushing
the ground.
peasant skulls. I can lean.
Standing peasants, maybe.
Nod. In fact, Nod's telepathic. He probably just does a little squat,
wow.
little lion squat. Ba-boom.
All right. All right, I'll buy that. I like it. So that
We are
one
a unit. Master Blaster.
is... That one is down. Warhammer smashes caves his head in.
And that is pretty much every action I could possibly take.
All right. Nicely done.
Nod goes defensive.
Coffee is up.
All right, the guy that I hit before is still standing in front of me, right?
Yep, wobbly. Clearly on his last legs, but he is still standing.
All right. Let's give him a swipe.
And you will have advantage attacking him.
Nice.
Not that you needed it. Yep. That will be a strike. 7. Does that do it? No, he's still standing. Bleeding profusely from many wounds.
Really? Still standing? All right, offhand attack.
Okay, so this is like your bonus action.
Yeah.
22 would hit. For 9, that finally does it. The offhand. Lays him out, and that's your other short sword, the non-magical one, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad move. That was a terrible move. You're going to regret that.
It's very upset. All right, as my move action, if I move here, there's no opportunity, right?
No, yeah, you're still in... Yeah, so this guy, you still have... he was the one that was fighting you recklessly. These two have just moved up, and they have not done that yet. So this guy's swinging wildly, similar to what you see a barbarian dwarf do at times. The other two have not done that quite yet.
Since these guys are in a line, I'm going to... And there's no opportunity attacks for someone casting next to you, right? That's gone.
Well, there is if you have a feat.
Yeah,
Right.
But
I assume
you've
they
done
don't.
you've done action and bonus action because your offhand's bonus, your first sword's action.
Correct, and haste gives me a bonus action.
Okay, bonus action. So you could cast a bonus action spell then. Yeah. Yep, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so technically what happened is the haste action was the attack, the offhand was the bonus, the move, and now my normal action is the spell cast.
Okay.
And these 3 below me are getting a lightning bolt.
Okay. So that's going to be just a dodge then, right?
Yeah, it just dex.
Dexes. So let's do, they have any special? Nope, just their regular. So these are normal. So 1, 2, 3. 2 of them make it, 1 don't?
Correct.
Yeah.
23.
All right. So first one in line was the one that didn't make it. Ooh, takes a big hit. Next one would take 12 as the lightning bolt races through from one body to the next, and then the last guy in line also gets the tail end of another lightning bolt as it passes through him and then smashes into the wall. Sparks flying out, blinds Greybeard a little bit. All right, and you see them all kind of, it's like hitting these guys with the taser. Don't tase me, bro. But none of them have gone down.
All right, I'm done.
Man, come on, do another action.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I'm not damaged. I can't second wind.
There you go. All right, that brings us to that person. Oh my god, what can we do? You guys are destroying me. Let's make a comeback here, barbarians. Come on. Don't let me down. Nope, not that one. Yes. So you see a woman in the back is casting and speaking in tongues of some sort. And you see holy power begin to radiate from her as she casts a spell. And that's just going to give all of them some extra oomph. All right, so she casts that. She's not going to move. Mr. Dragon's dead. Thanks, Ian. Only one breath weapon in that whole battle. Oh, we could move the lights around, so we could, as just a bonus action, she can move these. She'll put them in front of Ian to try to distract her. And then Harshnag. Not that it'll matter. Okay. Her spell's off, so we're good. Brings us to Ian. You are up. And possibly muted. Definitely muted. Still muted. I do
See,
like
we
that
don't
picture
have-
in Discord.
I was gonna say we don't have cameras, so we can't tell.
No, sorry, my thing crashed. Did you? What did the magic-y person do?
Cast some type of spell. Radiates holy power at the moment. And
not
moves
towards
some
me.
dancing lights around in front of you, but nothing that actually does anything.
Okay, sweet. All right, frantically just trying to open up Roll20 here. So, they're technically in melee range of Tigray and Finn, right?
Yeah, for
You said?
sure.
So you would say they're about 5 feet away.
Yeah, they're all fighting 5 feet away. No, they're all within 5 feet of Finn or Coffee at this point.
So I am going to, as I'm frantically waiting for this to load, are they more?
They're at 100
concentrated
feet
around-
away.
Are they more concentrated around Tigray or Finn? Like, are there more around?
3 of them are within. Well, 3 of them are within 5 feet of Coffee, and 2 of them are within 5 feet of Finn.
All right. I'm sure they're both looking fine, right? What's
Sure.
one little 2d8 of damage and they don't make it?
I love the way you think. Yeah, throw a grenade in there.
I am going. I'm going to aim. I'm trying to vamp as fast as much as possible, Google Chrome. I'm just gonna need you to do it. I'm going to drop my hunter's mark. I'm just gonna let it dissipate, and
Okay.
I'm going to instead cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And all I have to do is hit one. So I'm going to shoot at the one to the what direction is that? The one closest to Tigray, away from Finn, if that makes sense. I'm gonna launch it over there. You could just
Okay.
That one?
I'm guessing.
I mean, I will trust your judgment. That is what I requested.
You definitely have some partial cover coming to if you're trying to shoot at the guys that are between Finn and Coffee.
Yeah.
Because
Harshnag?
Harshnag's there too.
Shoot
Whereas
the
the
wizard.
only one that you wouldn't have probably partial cover is if you shot over the head of Greybeard. But that would not be at the clump of them. It would be at one that's lower down. But there would be no bonus cover for that guy.
Shoot the wizard.
Shoot the wizard. I was thinking of it because he has advantage on deck saves. But if they're more around Finn, I prefer to do the bulk of the damage there. Okay, there we go. Got it. Just a huge map. Oh, because Harshnag is right there. Yes, I see what you are saying. I can only move 3. If I move up to here, do I get a better land? Oh, no, that's the wrong tool. Do I get a better shot? A cleaner shot? At this guy?
I still think there's some coverage there because you're trying to shoot in between, and you've got Finn on a lion, and you're trying to shoot the guy that's down below him. So I mean, you can make the shot, but I think there's gonna be a tiny bit of cover bonus there.
So are they damaged? That person?
The one you pointed at?
Yeah.
Yes, he's been damaged.
Okay, so that's he's a human. He's been damaged. It's gonna be this guy. Did that go? Did it do it? It did. 17.
What is their AC? Yeah, +4. No, that'd still be a hit. Yep, that'd be a hit.
Alright, so I'm gonna Hail of Thorns that guy. Can I just push this? Nope, it's not gonna do it for me, eh? It's gonna be a
So
second
first we
level.
get the arrow shot, right, for him, because he takes an arrow shot first.
You're correct.
So he
That'll
takes
be
8.
God,
Is that the...
Yep, that's
Okay,
the
so
arrow.
he takes 8, and then it explodes into
Into a
the
bunch
spell
of,
name. Yeah, well, I don't know why it doesn't show it there, but okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Yep, the spell name. into Hail of Thorns.
Yep.
I
Okay. So
need
yeah,
money with
then
it.
the arrow that's sticking out of him, the shaft of the arrow bursts,
And so
and then
they have to make a dex
everybody makes a
save.
dex save, or takes 6, right?
They have to beat a 13.
Okay. So Finn, Coffee, and 3 guys need to beat a 13.
Really?
So
2d10?
berserkers.
I got you. Well,
Normal roll, no advantage, no disadvantage. So we need 3 for them. So 1, 2, 3.
way to make it Coffee. I'm proud.
Oh, they made it.
I made it.
Nice.
Only because of my haste advantage, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So everybody makes it. So everybody takes just 3
3
damage then,
damage.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Man.
everybody takes 3 splinters.
I'm in more danger from my party member.
Well, at least all of them take. Well, I still have another shot. So,
Oh, why am I taking
oh,
off
no.
that guy? Wrong guy. Duh.
my
I
next
feel like
shot's gonna
the
go-
guy in Vietnam Vietnam, like calling artillery on himself.
My next shot's gonna be on the magic-y guy. Magic-y dude in the back.
Actually, it would only be these ones, not this guy.
Here's my human. Oh, I can switch over here now. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to shoot the magic-y dude. His favorite. Oh boy, no. Oh, bad things. Oh, that's awful. Awful news.
All right, waiting to see another. I haven't seen another arrow come through.
There we go. I forgot I was plugged in somewhere else. Longbow. Boo. 20. Does
Yeah,
that
20
hit
will
the
hit.
magic again?
Yep.
Okay,
For
and
10.
that's 10.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
And that's my move.
All right. Our berserkers are trying to do their thing. So 3 on Coffee and 2 on Finn. Where's your character sheets? There they are. All right. So these are at advantage. First one against Coffee. Crit.
Oh, I am going to definitely shield that one.
Okay. Can you shield out of a crit hit?
Ooh, good question.
I'm thinking if you crit, that's a hit.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
An auto hit.
And you may, yeah, because however we decide this is how it's going to go forward in case you guys crit. Can somebody... Is a 20 an auto hit? Automatic hit. I thought it was, but I could be wrong.
God, you know they've had to have answered this somewhere.
Yeah, I would think.
There's probably a section on it, isn't there?
Well, let's look. Let's see. Fist is just critical. Combat critical hits. When you score a critical hit, you get to roll extra dice. Just talks about damage. Doesn't talk about...
Yeah, I'm probably gonna lean towards it probably does hit, and I would just not burn a shield.
Yeah, because that's going to be to your guys' advantage later on, too. You guys are going to want your crits to not be just blown off by something. Like shields or other abilities.
That's got to be answered somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm looking right now and I'm seeing nothing.
All right, then let's just go with.
Yeah, we'll roll it. So it's only 20 slashing damage.
Only
Only. 14
retcon.
plus 6.
It doesn't hit.
Okay, let's rewind. Start the battle over, everybody. Hold on a second.
Ouch.
Second axe. I'm not going to do it again. 18. That doesn't
Yes.
get through your AC. You stagger back from the crit hit. 22.
That one will be shielded.
Then you'll shield it. There you go. Which is actually a reaction move too, right? You got to use your reaction to do
Yes.
it. So yeah. Okay. So I don't get to roll damage there. So okay. On Finn, we get advantage 18.
Nope.
You super high, ridiculous AC people. And a 15. They're just crashing off your shield. They can't get through your armor.
AC is our version of parlay.
Yeah. You guys are wrecking it.
It's our version of damage resistance.
These are going to go out. There we go.
Yeah, that would, and shield would be a modifier, so that makes sense. Because all it's doing is modifying the AC 5 higher.
All right. And I like that roll because I don't want you guys to lose your 20s out. Like when you're fighting some of these bigger things that have crazy ACs. you need your 20s to hit. Your crits. All right. That is all of them. Greybeard's up.
Yeah.
So axes, great axes are flying, trying to strike your friends, not landing too well. Coffee's taking a hit. You hear him cry out a little.
I step over the body of the one down that Finn already crushed, and I just lay into the one in front of me.
Okay, yeah, 19 would hit. For 15. Okay. Is this... No. Okay.
Next swing.
Yeah, 24 would hit. 15. Okay.
And the third as my bonus action.
Okay. Three big gashes, major wounds on the guy. Still fighting.
Okay.
Pulls his axe up to try to swing at you at some point.
It's like
Harshnag, 20, 30. He can get in there, I think. So let's bring out his axe. Gert's axe. Yeah, 22. He just annihilates this guy.
Oh
mean,
my
just-
god.
Cleaves in two. Blood splatters all over Coffee.
It's in my mouth. It's in my mouth.
And that brings us to Finn.
We'll attack the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
Well, first let's do a strength of will. A strength test.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still down, isn't he?
Killed the one that was down.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna lose on that.
I'm hoping. Normal, not advantage. But you never know. Nope, you get it.
Oh,
Nice.
They're advantage anyways, though, because they're recklessly attacking.
17.
23 hits, yeah. For 8.
Yep.
So -8. Okay, still going. As your Warhammer hits, 25 the second time would still hit. Another hammering blow. He's still standing.
Nod will
He gets advantage.
swipe him.
Yeah. Paw swipe.
If I can find it.
So our white lion reaches out, rakes his claws for a crit. It's got to kill him, right? How much damage does a fearsome claw do? 8 points? Oh, it's not enough. He takes a claw across the chest. His guts are pouring out, but he's still growling and snarling and trying to raise his axe to hit you one more time.
All right. We're done.
Harshnag looks at Greybeard and he's like, "This is how you do it, little one." Brings us to Coffee. You were up.
Speechless.
He hit one that was already damaged quite a bit. You hit one that had not been taken any damage.
All right, I didn't see where that damage was from, so okay, I missed it. Cool.
All right, the guy south of me. Is the guy right in front of Harshnag dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You have just 2 of them that are within 5 feet of you.
All right, cool. So I'm going to attack the guy south of me.
Okay.
Ooh, doubly.
Yeah. So you get advantage. So you get a 27 and 23. Yeah, that would hit. 22 total. He takes 2 more staggering wounds from your short swords, but he's still growling and snarling and spitting at you, foaming at the mouth, trying to raise his axe at you.
All right, my final haste action will be another attack with that short sword.
Okay. Yep, 19 would hit. 9
For
more
another
piercing
9.
damage. Can you do it? No.
Oh, okay. My bonus action will be to second wind myself,
Okay.
and then that's it.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. Oh, you know what? I missed some damage too. Oh well. Oh well. What else can we do? All right, so yeah, as a bonus action, I guess Finn make a dexterity save, and the last arrow pulls out of the ground and tries to fly up and hit you, and then also Coffee make a dexterity save as the last arrow pulls out of the ground. Coffee made it. Finn 13 I do not believe is good enough.
I thought it was a 12.
Oh, let me look.
I could be wrong. It was either 12 or 14.
Where is spell casting ability? Oh, it's a 12, but she gets a +4 with a spell attack. It's 12 for her non-spell attack spells. So the ones that they have to... No, 12 would be right, because she doesn't have to roll a dice. That would be if she was rolling a dice. She didn't have to roll, so yep, you make it.
Okay.
And don't you get a bonus for your aura?
If it's a spell attack, yes. If it's an arrow just shooting at me, then no.
Oh, well, that's an
I don't-
interesting...
I don't know if that counts.
Oh, it says, yeah, it says you plant 4 pieces of non-magical ammunition in the ground. You lay magic upon them. It doesn't say they're magical. No, I think you're right. I think you're just dodging an arrow. I don't think it's not like a magic arrow. It's just an arrow flying at you.
Normal damage.
Yeah. No, so yeah, she didn't have to roll, so she doesn't get her +4. She didn't make a die roll, so okay.
Conversely, I think Greybeard would get damage reduction if it hit him.
I believe so. Yeah. I think it's a regular arrow. It's not a magic arrow by any means. Okay. So that's just bonus action. Those are the last 2 of those things. Doesn't look good, but let's go ahead and let's bestow a curse.
Bring it.
On Finn. Finn, you are cursed. You hear vile words being shouted at you. You recognize it being the paladin of like a witch kind of curse kind of thing. So I'm going to choose one of your ability scores, which will be curse. So you have. Well, I should have did this before I did the arrows, huh? So yeah, I guess we'll do damage. Dexterity. So you have disadvantage on dexterity checks. Also, while cursed, you have disadvantage if you try to attack her. And you get to make a wisdom saving throw at the beginning, or at the end of each of your turns. Nope, start of each of your turns to shake off the effects of the curse. And she does extra damage against you. Okay. So that is all she's going to do. Yeah, she's done. Ian's up.
All right, so I'm going to try this again. I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark. I mean, not Hunter's Mark. Hail of Thorns once more, but this time I'm gonna be aiming at a magic lady in the back.
Okay.
No Hunter's Mark, just that. She is hurt, so let's. Oop. Whew. 21.
Yeah, that would hit.
13 damage. And they have to make a dex save of 13.
2 of them would be within the 5.
Okay.
The 2 that are near Finn, the one that's near Finn and Greybeard for sure. The other 2 are up near Coffee, so I think they're out of that range.
That's
so
fine.
here's
I mostly just want to take down the witch.
there's the Dex. Made it.
So they take 8 damage.
12 was not make it, right?
Nope.
And what is, where's she at? Where's her Dex? Dex. Medicine, survival. Nope. Dex. 14 for her.
So it makes it still 8 damage
Okay, so
on
she
top
gets
of
it.
the 13.
All right.
And then one more attack.
This one goes down. That's enough damage to take that one out. And this one takes half a damage. 8.
Have they made it?
No. That one would go down 2 because the first one made the dex roll, but half damage was enough to kill it. The second one didn't make the dex roll, takes the full damage, which would be 16 then, right?
Yeah.
So that would kill that one too. So 2 of them go down from the burst of shards from the shaft of the arrow.
All right.
Blood splatters on Greybeard and Finn and Nod's face.
And one more arrow at a magic lady in the back.
Okay.
And I miss. And I'm going to... You know what? I want to move back. 10, 20, 30. It's 35, so I'm halfway into this other guy. So that's and that's my turn.
So their last hurrah to try to kill you guys. Only 2 are up. They're going to try to take Coffee out. We can get rid of this because there's no more of that. These are advantaged attacks. First great sword, Coffee. 22.
Ooh, shield.
Okay. Second one. 10, 11 would not hit.
No.
That is it for their turn. Greybeard, you're up.
All right. Still trying to confirm the shield spell versus critical.
I think we did on Ian's because it says no matter what modifiers, and shield is just a +5 modifier.
Yeah, I was just hoping for like a sage advice or something that was
gotcha.
like, here is the, raw. Okay. Wizard needs some killing. So, great eggs.
15. 15 is a hit. Yep. She goes down.
Nice.
And stay down.
Stompa. Okay, I will advance. And second swing.
Yep, that hit.
And third swing. Oh.
13 is wait. 13 is a hit.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, 13's a hit.
Okay. On that one.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Harshnag. Who is up and who is down here? I'm gonna move these guys a second. Oh yeah, so those 2 are still up then. Okay. Yeah, I think Harshnag could fit in there, I think. Why not? So he'll swing his axe. Let's fire for a human. Yes, hits. and obliterates another Uthgard. All right, Finn, your turn.
Ah,
I guess there was still a guy here, but
everything's dead, but the one guy next to.
yeah, there's one alive.
All right, I dive forward, punch him in the face with my shield.
Okay, strength check. It's a normal strength. Ah, so close.
$20.
2 hits for 20. Okay, still standing. Anything else?
Nah, it just goes defensive. That's it.
Okay, and then coffee.
All right, last guy is getting the wet foot.
All right, give it to him. 19, 16. Ooh,
Come on!
terrible. 2 crits. The sword breaks.
My bonus action is just to kick him out of spite.
Well, 2 of them hit. Let's see. What show us what your damage is for those 2 first.
Oh, do I have advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage.
Oh, luckily.
Yeah, they're fighting recklessly, so they give you advantage.
Then in that case, I
19.
will
Oh,
swipe at him with
so
an offhand.
close. He's teetering on the edge.
17. I don't know why it's doubly rolling.
Okay, yeah, 17 hits.
For 1/7.
So it's a kick. Yeah, that takes him out. You needed 2 points to kill him.
Ugh.
He keels over. All right, combat is done. Remove turns.
Man, my main hand's gonna be pissed all these shorthand, offhand kills.
Yeah, you missed a bunch of them. Oh, you're going to kick yourself for all that.
Can I just slide it into their dying body though?
Yeah, when you try it, you notice that the sword goes even colder. Like it was warm when it did it. It went cold. I'm trying to get this guy to die. Die, Uthgard Barbarian. There you go.
I'm sorry, Chocolate. I didn't mean what I said.
All right. So silence descends upon the field here, and you guys are now in the center of a blood-strewn hallway of what appear to be, fur-clad humanoids. And as Harshnag's looking at them, he looks like he recognizes them as the Wormblood tribe of Uthgard. They worship dragons and such. They have a lot of symbols for that on them.
What were they doing here?
Yeah, Harshnag, you hear his rumbling voice say, "I would like to know that myself. How did they know of the Giant's Oracle?"
There's 7 points for you there.
Thank you.
I got a dragon to skin. So
I give you a look.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch it.
Nice.
Okay.
You get a look.
I'm not going to let you touch it if you try.
all right, and I look at you, with a raised eyebrow, like, huh?
And I'm going to sit there, and I'm just going to collect the nice things off of this dragon. In a very angry but precise way.
I'm gonna grift the maid.
Okay. Well, I think
There's 9 for you, PB.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very,
so
very much.
the shaman, you recognize as more of a shaman than a mage of whatever. Just has what does it say?
Please have a bag of giant stuff.
No, there was something in there that it talked about what she had.
Here's
look.
your half-eaten cheese wheel.
The bucket with a rope
Oddly enough, a chicken.
and a boat anchor.
Oh yeah, she carries a sacred bundle on her back, but it's made up of sticks, bones, feathers, tufts of fur,
Ew.
stones
Kindling,
touched
you
by
mean.
the spirits.
I will not touch that. That's
Okay.
gross.
Yeah, very shamanistic, very earthy. There is one of them, as you are now looking at them, that stands out from the others. His axe appears to be etched and is of a higher quality.
I will
than
start
the
a
other
ritual
ones.
of detect magic.
Okay. And we're going to say it's, I think it was this guy. Right? Is it that one? No. Berserker. One of these was the right one. Berserker. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, so this one, this corpse here, the furs that he's wearing seem to be to mark him as maybe a leader or a chieftain of some sort. The axe is of a higher quality for that corpse. So, Coffee, you're over near him doing a detect magic ritual for 10 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. So, after that, you pick up that there, as you were looking at him, you, interesting enough, you see that he wears an amulet, and it radiates very, 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 very faint magic.
Huh.
The
Okay.
axe is not magical at all. It's just a nicer made axe, and it does look like he has a sack tied to his belt. No other magic anywhere in the vicinity. Oh, what's the range on that magic spell? Actually, before I say
30
that?
feet.
Yeah, nothing else in range.
Yeah, I'll just go around all the bodies, basically.
Yep. Nobody else is carrying anything magical. So it's something about the amulet, although the amulet's kind of fighting the magic a little bit. He does have a sack on his belt, and his axe is a little bit better quality, but it's not magical. And he does
All right.
appear to look like a chieftain of some sort.
I'm going to yell to Greybeard to come down and grab this guy's stuff.
All right.
I don't want to dirty myself.
You're pretty dirty from the blood.
Yeah, it's all in my mouth still.
Yeah.
I'm constantly spitting stuff out.
For Greybeard, in the sack is 7 gemstones.
Sweet.
And maybe make a note that it says it's off of a guy named Wormblood. So if we ever get him analyzed again, I'll know where to go in the notes to find it.
Okay.
Oh, and the amulet. He's wearing an amulet around his neck.
Yep. Okay.
And that would be all. So what
I
we'll
guess if
do-
if that amulet's magical, I guess I'll start and identify while everyone else is still doing stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So nobody is interrupted during those. You guys, another 10 minutes goes by. So 20 minutes later, and you're able to tell that it's an amulet of proof against detection and location.
Ooh, that's useful.
That you now can have. And I'll see if there is a handout for it. Let's see. There probably is one. Amulet. Magic items. Yep. Amulet. So can I edit it and put it in the player's journals? all players. All right, so you guys should be able to see the amulet, and your identified tells you that obviously while wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Nice.
Is anybody going to actually wear it, or is it just going in somebody's pouch?
I'm not hiding from anybody.
Neither am I. I could see Greybeard maybe using it.
Yeah, okay. Sweet.
Greybeard
to
puts
escape.
it on.
Escape
Yeah.
from your pirate past.
Yep.
So Ian, this is the first time that your senses don't pick up Greybeard. Your humanoid tracking senses. It's like he's. It's the first time you've been next to somebody that's humanoid that didn't radiate the magical sense ability that you have on him.
Ooh.
You're worried that he can now sneak up on you.
Oh, you'll never sleep the same again.
I still have a 20 passive perception. He could try.
All right. We will deal with the dragon portion, I think, in our next episode, because I want to actually look up how that works. Because I'm sure it involves rolling, because I don't think it just perfectly gets stuff. I think it has to do with like Arcana and something else rolls to see if you're able to extract things without damaging them. If you're going to try to, extract things for ingredients, that kind of thing. If you're just going to do a trophy and you're not going to try to use it for ingredients later, then you can do that without any rolls.
I'm preferably wish list. I would like to get the claws. I need to look at it again, but if it has any horns, I want to take that, like trophy things. As many scales and teeth as possible. I think those are the ones you might make me roll for.
Well, yeah.
And,
Are you getting them just for trophies, or are you getting them to use as possible ingredients in something?
No, not ingredients, just for, like, to make things.
Like what?
Just either
Earrings.
jewelry. Put them on armor. If we get enough in the future and stuff like that, or decorative at the moment.
Gussy up.
Yeah, if it's decorative, then you can just hack apart stuff. The only time I think you need to make rolls is like you're saying, I want to get scales because they're eventually going to be used in creating a magic item, or they're going to be used in a spell component, or...
I'm a ranger. I don't know any of that. Now, if someone ever tells me that, sure. But at the moment, I don't. I have zero use for
you
any
can
of
carve
that
up the
stuff.
body for trophy stuff, and it would just be cosmetic stuff at that point. So you can grab whatever you would want, and say you have cosmetically 4 dragon claws, or but they wouldn't be able to be like, we wouldn't be able to make potions out of them, of like, because like you could take the blood of a dragon, especially like a white dragon, it could be turned into potions of cold resistance or something.
Yeah, and that's.
Man.
I was
I
thinking
wish my character knew that.
Yeah, I was, and again, this was metagaming, but I'm like, we could use its skin to make a cloak of the north.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But if you're just taking trophies to just decorate stuff and make it look cooler, or to wear as a necklace or that kind of stuff, you could just hack it apart as you wish.
Yeah. Again, if I knew any of that, I'd totally do it. But Ian doesn't. Has
Okay.
very little knowledge of dragons, in fact. So
Hack away, butcher of dragons.
hey, dragon knows
Killed my
butcher me.
wormling. Only got one breath weapon off. Okay, so I think that's where we'll cut it out. When we come back in our next episode, we will have, just like what we see, Finn standing before the stairs. Just at the top of those stairs are giant 30-foot wide doors meant for giants. The handles for the giants are like 12 feet off the ground kind of thing. Snow encased. Look like the you can tell without even really looking, is that the barbarians were trying to force their way into these doors, and you guys interrupted them before they were able to get these doors open.
Should have brought a giant.
what they get.
And then that's what we'll follow up on. So you guys have entered the hallway, the first hallway of the Eye of the Allfather, and we will continue as we go on our quest to talk to the Oracle. We're getting there, almost there. Some pretty cool stuff coming up. So cool map, cool battle. Probably wasn't too tough. I mean, I don't even think if Harshnag was like somehow not there. I think you guys had that one pretty easy.
Only damage I took was from a teammate.
Yeah. These I don't know why they keep throwing Uthgarts at you guys. You're mowing through these guys like lawnmowers. But all right. So that's it for all of you, our audience. Thanks for joining. I saw Tavern Sparrow was in there. I knew I saw Spammy for a while. I saw Glammy, I know, has been here for most of it. Punk's joined for a bit. So thanks for all those people joining, which was cool. If you miss anything, check it out on YouTube. That's all I've got. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.